Really proud of our guys. They came out, played against the league champion, battled, got down early, came back, actually took a 5-point lead in the second half, and they just responded with a 3-pointer by Ty Gordon, and then they get an easy put back on the right side to where it's tied back up. And I would say that our effort was excellent. I would say that we did a nice job in every area of the game. We just didn't make our shots down the stretch. That was the biggest struggle for us, but I was really pleased with the effort. The camaraderie of this team and the growth of them to continue to pull together was really good, especially because tonight we were playing a lineup that basically had not been on the floor together really and truly at all because of foul trouble and matchup issues, to where Jovan ended up playing a 4 spots, which early in the year he did play there some. But I thought we responded well, and we just down the stretch we didn't get the shots to fall and didn't get the stops we needed.
All right. Anyone with a question? Either please put in the oh, there we go. John, go ahead and unmute your line. You have the first question.
Thank you. For Coach, I believe I agree with you. The effort did seem there all night as well. But I think that Nichols has now beaten you guys 3 times in the past 2 months, each time by double digits, and each time with a different leading scorer. So is it as simple as they're an amazing team with loaded talent all over the floor, or is it something that there's a specific matchup nightmare or something else you think?
Well, I think, one, they're a very, very good team. I do think that they are a difficult matchup for us, but Reggie Lyons was one of our bigs, but we got so small that he just really hurt us inside. But they're just a really, really good team, and they can hit you from so many different ways. And one thing that he was player of the year, newcomer of the year, Ty Gordon was a guy that if you go through the whole year, every time that they needed a big play or a big shot, he was able to do it. And they did beat us by double digits, but in the first game that we played him, it was a 1-point game with 3-something to go. The same situation today, we're fouling, they make all their free throws. Down there a week ago, week and a half ago, they just wore us out. And they're just really, really good. I mean, Coach Klontz, Coach of the Year, they won the league. They've done a phenomenal job. You can't say there's not really any excuses. They just whipped us. But when you look at it, I think your point is it is a horrible matchup for us. But I don't know if any good matchup's really good for us because we're such an odd team.
Next question is from Brandon. Brandon, you may unmute your line.
Question for you, Coach. They took advantage of the smaller lineup, especially once Larry was taken out. A 48-26 edge inside. And you talked about how difficult it was to try to contain them once they started imposing their will inside the paint.
Well, that was just really frustrating because in the first half we didn't have as much trouble with that. In the second half, it was just really pounded it inside. And Reggie just kept slipping behind him. As big as he is, you wouldn't think he'd slip behind anybody and hide, but he hid, and they passed the ball. Interior passing was exceptional, and they did a great job, and they scored those buckets. They were 50% from the floor on the night. The only thing they didn't do great was they didn't shoot the ball great from the 3-point line. And Kevin Johnson had a phenomenal night with 4 3-pointers in the first half. He scored 12 straight points. 12 straight points he scored. Now maybe 12, but then he had 15 in a segment of the game, and he just really broke her back.
Do we have any questions for the student athletes?
Yes. Question for both players. Can you just talk about the resiliency that you guys had? It looked early on as if Nichols was just going to run away from this game. You guys come back, take the lead momentarily, and pretty much stayed in it until the final 2.5, 3 minutes.
Yvonne, do you want to start?
He said, "Why are you doing?"
He said we came back. They took the lead. They came back. We continue to fight. And just asking what you're thinking about the
Resiliency.
resiliency of your team.
I mean, we did whatever we could, and they just kept going at us. They did transition offense, and We just couldn't stop them in the last 3 minutes. We tried our best.
That's a great team over there. Kevin Johnson had a great night, like Coach said. Reggie Myers had a good night. And they got pieces all over, so that's a great team. We're a good team, too. We showed it all. We weren't going to lay down. Sorry, from 1 to 15, everyone was saying, no lay down factor. So it's a great team, but we fought to the end, and I'm proud of our guys.
We have time for one more question. Brandon, I've muted your line. You can unmute it again.
Thank you. Question for the players. Do you feel as if the energy you guys exerted in getting back into the game took a lot out of you down the stretch?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think we play hard. Coach in the locker room, we play hard. We made some mistakes in the end. They capitalized on, but the energy was there. The effort was there. It wasn't like we ran down, but we just capitalized on some mistakes. They freaked us in the end, and that's what good teams do.
I would comment there, even if you didn't ask me, I would tell you something. If you looked at our box score last night, there was 2 players that played over 30 minutes, and there was 9 players that played 9 minutes to 18 minutes, maybe one with 20 minutes. Jovan only played 13 minutes last night, but he played 28 tonight, I believe, 28 tonight. But that's the philosophy we have, that we're built as a team. And to be honest with you, if you look at the line on Nichols tonight, 29, 24, 26, 25, 24, 12, and 13, with only exceptions Kevin Johnson, 39. And when you're in tournament play, you have to be able to maximize all your people to be able to win and advance along the way. And, that's what we were trying to do with our team all along. That's the way we played the first 12 ball games. And there's times during this stretch here that we've gone with rotated 5 and 5 out, which I played that way for a long, long time. But I was proud of them, so I didn't mean to interject that. But I felt like that kind of maybe answered what my thought process on that question was.